This is a confirmation that you just shifted timelines. Whatever it is that you've been doing, it's working. This work that you've been doing to raise your vibration, to bring yourself into alignment with your life's purpose, with the vision that's been calling you, with this thing, this success that is awaiting you. It's not awaiting you, it's arriving to you in this moment. Because when you shift in through these timelines, you're recognizing that you can stop looking for what it is that you want. Because as we become conscious creators, we recognize that it's not just about what we're seeking in the manifestation of what we want. It's the feeling that we would have in the having of it. But the quantum trick, the rabbit in the hat, is that you can have the feeling now. And even when chaos is happening around you, you're learning that you can come into the eye of the storm. You can come into this state of being calm, of not reacting to it, but rather responding. But even when you do, you're able to shift that. You're able to transmute that shadow. You're able to move through that energy quicker, more easily. It's not such a stretch, right? For you to make those shifts in your consciousness now. Because now, as you're coming into this state of refining your vibration, this fine-tuning of your vibration, you're becoming more aware of also how you respond to reality as the process of conscious creation. As you dancing with the music of the universe, and as you're in that flow state, more and more of the inspiration can start to move through you, using you as an instrument for the divine to express through your life, through your highest joy, and all these multifaceted ways that that joy expresses itself, traces back to that singular joy of your highest expression. And your highest expression is your greatest version, or perhaps versions, and is your highest timeline, or perhaps timelines. Because as you place less focus on needing the things outside of you, you start to focus on yourself, investing in yourself, investing in not just your education, but really into enlightening yourself with things that can actually empower you. Not just useless knowledge, right, that you're supposed to have, but like actual knowledge that empowers you in your own creative ability, that furthers your visions to come along, that sweetens the grease on the wheel, that moves the momentum along the pipeline of creation, that allows things to happen more quickly and easily for you. And as you are able to focus, as you're able to move your point of focus on what you want to focus on, you start to realize that it's about who you want to be. It's about how you come into knowledge of self-knowledge, right? Of gnosis within yourself, is your own experience within yourself, is your own experience of learning your state of being, learning where is my vibration at right now. Am I in a low vibration? Am I in a state of reactivity? Am I in a high vibration? Am I in a balanced vibration? Am I balancing my vibration to be in a state of wholeness within it all? Because within the symbol of the yin and the yang is the circle that contains both. It contains the whole, right? It contains the oneness within that polarity, within that positive and negative. And to move with that energy is to become like a cosmic Jedi of your own experience. So this message coming to you right now is how you know you've shifted timelines. It's how you It's how you know that the algorithm of the universe is bringing you back information that is confirming that you could just say shifted consciousness, right? Is that because when you shift your consciousness, you shift your reality, as within, so without. So you're going to see all these confirmations happening around you. But what happens is that when you shift your consciousness, it's as within, so without. As above, so below. When you're in that shifting consciousness, the series of synchronicities that you're on your timeline start to reflect that state of coherence. So it's not that they aren't already happening, they're already there. It's already there. It's already there. It's that you're becoming more coherent. And in that state of coherence, it's like the sacred geometry of your life becomes more coherent. And the synchronicities in your life are like the dots that connect those sacred geometries in your experience. So when you are more coherent, the sound, the frequency, the vibrations that you're operating at are more coherent with source, with nature, with the cosmic principles that underlie experience. And when we're in that state of receptivity, the patterns of those points that connect those inspirations start to occur to us like a mind map, like inspired ideas, like an impulse. And when you follow that impulse in the moment, what it starts to train is this spiritual mind-body connection that reinforces that you have reprogrammed your subconscious. And as you've reprogrammed your subconscious, it puts you into the flow state because you are someone who lives in the flow state. It gives you inspiration because you are someone who is inspired. You are someone who is easily inspired. You are someone who is very inspirational. So if you want to be more inspired, if you want to be more creative, you want to be more in the flow state, you want to be top multi-dimensional, you want to be channeling your highest expression, start seeing yourself as someone who is. When you look in the mirror, start talking to yourself, and you start talking to yourself as this version of you, it starts reprogramming your subconscious, because our thoughts are tiny speech movements that happen internally. There's actually, you could measure it, they make little frequencies. And the ones that you learn to tune into and that you start speaking with your voice are the ones that you start reaffirming the patterns thereof. And so your inner dialogue is everything, along with the way that you speak to yourself, right? And the way that you outpicture your speech is the way that is a reflection of how you speak to yourself inside. So if you want to reprogram your subconscious, go deeper than just affirmation. Affirmations are great. But if you're doing an affirmation and you're not really feeling it, you're feeling like I'm saying I'm abundant, but it feels like a lie really underneath it, go down to the feeling where it feels like a lie and clear it. And then say your affirmation that you're abundant, which you are. I am abundant. And say it like you mean it. Not like, I am abundant, this sucks, right? Like, clear that energy. Using the breath even is another way to clear that energy. You clear that energy. Another way to do this is meditation, right? And then when you clear that energy, you say, I am abundant. Of course you are. Of course you are. Of course you're abundant. You don't even have to make a big deal about it. If you're really abundant, you go around trying to tell everybody how abundant you are, right? And this isn't to say that affirmations don't work, but like, what is the affirmation helping you do? It's really helping you change what you're focusing on. So if an affirmation feels good, if it is helping you to focus your point of attention on what it is that you're creating and you're feeling it, right? And the feeling is really important, then it's great. Same thing with visualization. If you're visualizing it, you're feeling all the resistance around it, maybe it's not a good time to visualize, right? But if you're imagining, it just feels good to imagine, right? It moves that momentum. But then if you're doing it to try to do it, then again, it works in tandem. It works in opposite, or it works in tandem, right? So ultimately, this refining, this shifting, this is like you're coming to this place where you're very aware of what your point of focus is, right? Your hocus focus. All right, it's like your magic power. Wherever you put your focus, it grows that in your awareness. It starts rolling a ball down a hill made of those thoughts. So what you're changing, it's not just saying these affirmations, right? It's changing your inner dialogue. It's changing your tiny speech movements. It's changing how you see yourself. So when you look in the mirror, start talking to yourself, like start seeing yourself as a divinely inspired being, and affirm that inner dialogue with yourself. Affirm that identity within yourself. And then as the impulses come, follow them, and it will start to retrain your subconscious to be in this new version of you. And then the more that you follow them, the more that the universe will send you. But if you're not following them, or you're doing these other things that are diverting your attention, your focus away from them, the universe is going to say, oh, well, I guess he's not ready for more. And they'll kind of like tailor it back until you start following. But if you just follow the first impulse the moment it comes to you, then the universe will just start sending you more and more impulses. It will start filling in the dots. It will start sending you the next idea, and the next idea, and the next idea, and the next idea, and the next inspired thought. And then, oh, I should go over here, and I should do this, and I should download this program, and I should post this thing, and I should do that, and I should create this, and I should grab that tool, and I should go talk to this person, blah, 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 right? And it'll just start, the ball will get rolling. And yeah, it's like, that as you are aware, as you are more and more aware of yourself, as you are more and more aware of your vibration, you are becoming more aware of what state of consciousness that you're in. And then this allows you to place your focus. And in the moment, that's where transformation happens, right? Is in the moment. There's not a resistance between you and in the moment. So then there's nothing stopping you from actually being who you want to be in the moment, regardless of 3D circumstances. And this is when you shift timelines. This is when you're on your highest timeline, because then everything starts to be in flow state. Everything starts to be like a greased wheel. And then as long as you place your focus somewhere in a state of non-resistance, that thing will start without an attachment to a result, because you're using the law of detachment. But as soon as you start putting your focus towards something that's creating resistance, you'll become aware of it, and then you can like move your focus back again, or you can bring it back into your center. And so the work that you've been doing to reprogram your subconscious, to change your mental diet, to change your self-concept, is setting you up for multi-generational wealth. It is setting you up to shift out of the old paradigm and into the new paradigm, to be a leader of your life, to be a leader of the new earth, where all of this innovation that is in harmony with source energy, with nature, these solutions can start flowing through you, and these resources and ideas and inspirations and businesses and cooperations and peoples and co-creations will seamlessly flow into your experience, and are flowing into your experience. And they already are flowing into your experience. So if you're not experiencing that, you're on the other timeline. If you are experiencing that, you're on this timeline. So this is how you know you shifted timelines, because both are available to you. Both experiences are available to you. And when does the shift happen? It happens in now. It happens in the moment. You do not wait for the shift. You might be patient for the shift. But the shift, by the time the future shift comes, it would have come now. And by the time you might have gotten it in the past, it would have been a past now. So the only now that it can ever happen is the now, the eternal now. So even if it's going to come later, by the time it comes, it's going to be now. So what are you waiting for? You are the one you've been waiting for, after all. So this is how you know you've shifted timeline.